Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I am just going out for a little walk. So nice outside. Check out the blue skies. So good. I wanted to get on here and have a really quick chat with you because I want to confess how I am not showing up for myself in the complete way I should be. And I want to hold myself accountable. So I have been spending a lot more time in my house than I probably should. I've been scared to get outside. I've been struggling to move past my own thoughts and break free from some repetitive cycles of past things that have happened. And it's been really hard for me. I've been holding on to a lot of shame for, not showing up for myself in the way that I feel I should have. And a lot of shame in the way that I did show up. And sometimes, the way I was responding was based out of pain that I was going through. Expectations that I had for myself and for other people that I really was unable to meet for myself. And just kind of making it up in my head. But needless to say, I'm at where I'm at and I can't go back in time. And I can't expect myself to have known. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's a little baby bunny and they're feeding this baby bunny. Hold on. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's so cute. I can't believe that. That's adorable. Yo, there's the tiniest little bunnies. Look at them. I got so distracted, but guys, literally. Oh my gosh. Are they friendly? Yeah? Oh my heavens. Hi, honey. Hello, baby. Oh. Yeah, that is so cute. I want to take one home. Oh, have fun, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm so sorry, but that was just the best. So here we go. And this is why you need to get out of your own way, and you need to get out and you need to start doing things for yourself that feels good, because then you experience moments like that. And it's very, very easy to forget about that, especially when you're stuck in a pattern of self-depreciation and feeling really victim and a victim mentality in a lot of ways. And it's funny because I didn't feel like I was doing that in the process of it. But at the same time, it's I kept thinking about what I needed to do instead of just doing it. And, I want to be completely authentic and I want to be integral. And for me, it didn't feel like I was showing up for myself and being integral to myself, let alone you guys. So my reminder is to just step out of your own head, get out of your own way, and release any of the guilt and or expectations that you have on yourself or on other people, because so many things can just change in any given moment, and your awareness changes, and one minute you could want to do one thing, and then the next minute you could want to do another thing, and that's totally okay. It's completely acceptable to change your mind, to change your way of being, and to have moments that, maybe you're not showing up the best as you should. Not that you should show up in any way. I hate that word, should. I just think that there's a lot of pressure in society to show up in a certain way, and the best way to go about showing up for yourself is to just acknowledge where you're at, to be okay where you're at, because you're perfectly fine in this moment. We all have seasons, we all have times when things slow down. It's like winter going into spring, which is exactly where we're at right now. The leaves are just starting to come out. The grass is just starting to get green. Things are just starting to change, and in, a couple months here, everything's going to be in full bloom, but in order to get there, it has to go through those processes. It has to go through death and rebirth. It has to have moments of stillness. There's a lot to learn from those moments of stillness. And, as much as I'm here now trying to show you guys my level of accountability and really step into my truth, I also want you to know that things don't always go the way we plan, and that's okay. And sometimes, we mess up. And sometimes we hit these roadblocks that we thought we were over, and we're just simply not. It doesn't mean that you're a failure. It just means that you have more to learn, and you needed to reach a new depth within yourself and within the world. And I was just listening to the Heart Guy, and he was talking about when people relapse and how it's not really talked about very much. And it's interesting because I was just recently having a discussion with somebody about smoking and about how they're trying to quit smoking. And, I was a smoker for quite a long time, and I quit smoking. But it didn't happen overnight. It wasn't something that just happened, because there was relapses. There was times when I just fell back into it and had another smoke. But I think the one thing and the one difference between those who quit and those who continue to smoke, and that's when you hit a relapse of any type, and that's the same with any kind of addiction in life. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be sex, it can be drugs, alcohol, it can be a mental state of being, it can be all types of things, our disciplines. And the difference is that instead of sitting and obsessing over those things that we relapse on and getting restuck in the cycle, while we are relapsing, we take and we acknowledge that we are relapsing. We take and we acknowledge that the space we are in is not conducive of where we want to be and how we want to see ourselves. And so in doing so and saying, you know what, it's day one. And, there's a lot of like 12-step programs and stuff that say that, like, you have to call yourself out. You have to start from day one again. Every day is a new day. And that doesn't mean that you go and you relapse over and over again and you make excuses for it. It means that you look at where you are, where you want to go, and you say, okay, I hit a roadblock, but tomorrow I'm not going to do this. Or I'm having a puff of a smoke, and then it's like, but I'm going to make the decision that in doing this, or if you start in the middle and then you notice after, you're like, I'm not going to make myself feel guilty for this, but instead I'm just going to take initiative, and I'm going to be like, this is not happening after this point. I am calling myself a non-smoker. You call yourself in the present tense, leaving the addiction in the past tense. Stating what you are instead of what you're doing, and releasing what you're doing that you want to give up. Because patterns can come and go, and that's totally okay, but move forward from it. And I just hope that anybody that's kind of going through these processes of transformation realizes that transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's not as straight an arrow like that most people think it is. There's bends, there's times where the needle breaks and you have to reshoot, and you just have to keep going. I just had an intuitive reading about my life and the direction of my life and what I thought I knew versus what I, am going to be doing. And everything always changes, and that's okay. We're meant to adapt. We're meant to evolve. And honestly, it's important to allow the arrow to bend. And that's what the reading was about. She picked it up, and she was right. So, I'm just so grateful for my life. I'm so grateful for my abilities to be resilient in everything that I've gone through. And, maybe I don't perform in the way that everybody else does and what everybody else deems successful, but the truth is that success isn't based on the likes or follows or subscribers or, honestly, in the way that you communicate anything. Success is a very personal thing, and it feels different for everybody. And we need to be non-judgmental of where we are at, because you're a success. I'm a success. We're all a success no matter where we're at. We've all been through shit. We've all seen shit and overcome. And, the less we focus on the times when we falter, the more we can get back up and start again. And that's all I got for you guys, but this was perfect. This was just what I needed. But I didn't feel comfortable. It was just like, make the choice, get up and go, instead of sitting in it. And I think if I would have sat in it, I wouldn't have been able to enjoy this. And it feels really good. By the way, those were stairs. I just went on. So, I want to give you guys props for taking the time to listen in and to allow yourself to... Oh, listen. Can you hear that, gentleman? He's singing. Wow. Oh, I just felt the stillness come in. I don't know if you guys did, but I was really high. And whoa, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful transition of energy just from the sound of that gentleman singing and feeling appreciation. We're so blessed. Anyways, I love you guys. Many blessings.